So now, Timothy, I call him Timothy usually. I don't know why, but I just do. Timothy, come over here, please. Timothy.
Yes, what are we doing now?
So this weekend, we elected a new secretary-treasurer for the Ohio Education Association. For our current secretary-treasurer, Tim Myers, that means this is his last OEA representative assembly in that role, his 6th year as an OEA officer. So I believe there are delegates at the microphones for a point of personal privilege, so I will start with Daryl. Microphone 2, Daryl, do you want to go there?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Thank you, Madam President. I am Daryl Bryan, the president of the Elida Education Association, home school of Tim Myers. And by rights, I'm president, so I'm over you. I just wanted to say over the last 6 years, as Tim has been here with you, he's missed every one of my meetings. About 6 weeks ago, Tim sent an email to the treasurer and the superintendent and myself, informing them that he was planning on retiring OEA at the end of May. Shortly after, I received an email from the treasurer asking if, does that mean Tim's coming back to us? And I didn't have a chance to respond, and I got another email and said, wonder if we would pay OEA to keep him. All joking aside, I started in the union, the local union, about 15 years ago, a little over 15 years ago, where Tim and I were involved in our local. Tim kind of took me under his wings, led me into different activities, different groups through OEA, and showed me the ropes. Then I went to my first NEA convention, where Tim was an NEA director at the time, and had the privilege to take me back behind stage to meet the President Reg at the time, which is a great honor for me. Tim led me along, showed me the ropes, as he's probably done many of you. Tim, all we can do is say thank you for your years of service. Thanks for being a friend of all of us, and good luck in your retirement.
Next, I'll go to microphone 3, Jen Long.
Well, on behalf of the 9,000 plus members of NWOEA, I would like to thank Tim for his faithful dedication to all of our members and members across the entire Buckeye State. Tim has served NWOEA in many capacities since 1992, including past president of NWOEA. He has been an invaluable resource as a member of our board, and his wealth of knowledge and experience have helped me along the way. Personally, I would like to thank Tim for his support and guidance in my role as a new district leader at the time. Of course, we wish Tim the best as he retires and begins the next chapter of his life in sunny South Carolina. Again, Tim, thank you for everything. As you know, you will always be a part of the NWOEA family. But now, it's time to take time for yourself, to relax, enjoy doing what you love most. Be assured that you have made a difference, and you've inspired myself and others to become more engaged in the association, as well as to aspire to leadership positions. Job well done, my friend. Thank you for your commitment, dedication, and support of all the members and students of NWOEA. Thanks.
Next, we will go to Angela Stewart, microphone number 1.
Hello, I'm Angela Stewart, And when I was asked to speak about Tim, I wondered what I could say that many of you don't already know. In his various roles in OEA, Tim has always been hardworking, methodical, and trustworthy. He exhibits perseverance, attention to detail, and willingness to go the extra mile. What you may not know is that these qualities carry over into his everyday life. For example, recently, Tim bought a prefab shed from Lowe's. He did not, however, buy the service contract that would have dispatched the professionals to his house to assemble the shed. So, after many hours and some leftover parts, Tim's perseverance kicked in and he actually read the directions. And when that didn't work, he got online and did some searching. And when that didn't work, he actually drove to Lowe's to take pictures of the assembled product. He took those back home, and eventually he got that shed together. But his willingness to go the extra mile, or 11 in this case, brought victory. Tim won, shed none. Although I joke, I want to thank you, Tim, on behalf of the OEA members and staff and the thousands of students across Ohio who have benefited from your guidance, your leadership, your advocacy, and friendship. And present you with a small token for your new place at the beach. And remember, you can shake the sand off your shoes, but your heart will never leave the horseshoe. And since the Irish have a way with words as well as good stouts and good whiskeys, but I digress, I would like to close with an Irish blessing for beach life. May your joys be deep as the oceans, your troubles as light as its foam. And may you find sweet peace of mind wherever you may roam. Amor o rut, good luck to you.
It's gonna go. To recognize Tim today, we put together a short presentation with some of his favorite pictures and his favorite music. First, I want to say this is not goodbye, Tim. You're still the Secretary-Treasurer until midnight on July 14th. And I know you will offer great insight to the next Secretary-Treasurer. In addition to the presentation you just saw, here's a list of some of Tim's many accomplishments. He helped improve the training program for the OEA Treasurers Workshops by including quickened training into the workshops at the district's request. Training was also expanded to district workshops and OEA Leadership Council meetings. Tim also strengthened the Fiscal Fitness Awards requirements to reflect a more flexible process, as well as instituted an incentive to the local treasurers, and he helped increase the awareness of the availability of the OEA affiliate grant program. Tim helped to standardize the internal process of handling of governance expense vouchers. Tim also addressed tough issues that were raised in the election process and worked with locals to address them with the appropriate groups. Over the years, even before he was Secretary-Treasurer, Tim attended many local, district, and state functions. He wanted to get to know you, our members and leaders, and make a difference where he could.
I just want to add that, as you could see from some of those pictures, Tim and I go back quite a ways. I'm thinking it's probably close to 25 years, back when the mustache was definitely the thing for Tim. We've shared a lot of rides together as we've traveled the state. Thank you for letting me borrow your phone charger every time we're in the car together. You know, in addition to the things that Becky said, I think there may be one thing that the board will always remember about Tim, and that is he is fastidious when it comes to attention to detail on those expense vouchers. To the point that I think we really ought to call him Your Majesty, because he is known as the Voucher King, no doubt about that. But he is somebody who's absolutely conscientious and committed, and I think above all, loyal. He is loyal in his friendships, and he is loyal to this work and to this organization. And Tim, I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, thank you for everything.
Tim, come here. When you are with your fellow officers, the three of us, over the years, you develop a pretty close relationship because you are with each other so much, doing the work of the association. And I will say that Tim has always been caring and kind, and that was shown today, again, just another example of when I fell out there. He was one of the first ones to come down, see how I was when I came up here on stage. He wanted to make sure I had my seat, if I had band. I mean, he was there. He cares. You don't always realize it when you're talking to him, but Tim has, he can make all the faces in the world, but Tim has a real kind heart, a very caring heart. And that is the truth. One of the things about when we're all together, the three of us, and we have to go to district RAs, I'm never the one who drives if we're always together because they say I drive too slow. Now, Michael out there, he'd probably agree because he knows how slow I drive. But I drive the speed limit. But anyway, these two speed demons, you know, are going around. So he never, like, Tim, do you want me to drive? No, I will drive. And that was okay until one time we were coming home from EOEA's District RA. And I could tell I was in the front seat with him. I'm okay, I'm okay. Well, he started falling asleep, so finally I said, you're pulling over, dude, and I'm getting in the car. So that was the only time I got to drive. You almost had us killed, but I took care of that. That's why we're here today. But anyway, you develop a really close relationship with each other. And Tim has been a loyal, diligent OEA Secretary-Treasurer. I will miss him, and And I know I'm very, very happy that he's going to be going down to South Carolina, to Myrtle Beach, a place that is his happy place, a place where he likes to go and chill out and relax. So I'm really glad. He just told me that he has purchased a home just last night down there. So he has some place where he'll be able to go and will be his. And so, Tim, the only thing that you were not able to do, the only thing you were not able to accomplish with me, you know that mat that Angela gave you? Well, okay, that said Ohio State. You know, I can say Ohio State, but you didn't get me to root for Ohio State yet. But other than that, Tim, I want to thank you so much for everything you've done for OEA, for the members, for Scott and I. We will miss you, but we wish you the best of luck and know that you're going to have a wonderful retirement. So Tim, come up here and speak to us.
Thank you. Looking at some of those pictures, I turned to Brianna and I said, is my sister here? Some of those I don't even remember. Anyway, first of all, Daryl, Brenda, do stand up, please. The allied officers that are here, thank you. Of course, all the NWOEA members, would you please stand? NWOEA. The officers of NWOEA, Jen, Jerry. Yeah, that's not a misprint. And by the way, there's also another Tim on the committee, and he's here as well. And also Dan, Joyce, Mindy. It's been a great privilege serving as your OEA Secretary-Treasurer for the past 6 years. As I finish my work over the coming weeks, I want to leave you with a few thoughts. First of all, Becky, Scott, and I have reached the top of our profession, serving you. But we are not the OEA. You are. You will continue to have a great leadership team in Becky, Scott, and Mark, and Cheryl. They are the right people at the right time to move OEA forward. With your involvement in leadership at the local, district, state, and national level, they will carry out what needs to be done. But you need to be involved in the process. You need to hold them accountable. You need to be involved. As we've talked a lot about today and over the previous year, there's a storm coming. And in the next few years, you will need to be there for your union. You will need to be there for your students and your communities. Without you, the anti-public education crowd will privatize everything in sight. And as Becky mentioned, and some of you know that know me best, on our long trips around the state, I listen to Sirius XM Octane. If you don't know what that is, it's a hard rock channel on satellite radio. And on my long trips to Myrtle Beach, I do too. Keeps me going. There's a song by 3 Days Grace called The Mountain. In it, they describe the struggle that it takes to keep going when you feel like you are just surviving day to day. You still have to climb that mountain, whatever that mountain is for you. In the song Be Legendary, Pop Evil talks about how taking charge of your situation will help you write your own story. Edge of Glory, write your story. Seize the moment, no regrets. Be legendary, the lyrics say. Godsmack talks about the day-to-day struggle in when legends rise. It's burning down, it's burning high. When ashes fall, legends rise. Whatever is holding you back right now, you are not alone. That's what a union is for. There is strength in numbers, and we need you to be part of the solution. Do whatever you can in your local, in your district, in OEA, and in NEA. We need you. Everywhere you turn these days. You just heard Dale talk about West Virginia. In Oklahoma, Joe in Arizona, Kentucky. Someone is putting public education in the news. It's now your turn to step up for your students, for your school district, for your communities. Climb the mountain. Be legendary. Thank you. It's been a privilege.